Hey, Frugal Tech here. Welcome to Coffee Break. Hopefully you've had a good Thanksgiving. Let's just jump into this video. And this is an article written by John Cradell from the New York Post who states why the iPhone doesn't have pizzazz anymore. Now, the crux of the article is this. Apple stock in less than a month is down 20%, lost 4% just last Monday alone. And things aren't looking very good. In fact, Apple has cut back the orders to its suppliers as well. Wall Street analysts understand by looking at all this that the number of shipments of the iPhone is definitely decreasing, even if Apple is unwilling to state how many iPhones they've actually shipped. So the question is, why? If you look at other consumer products, let's say televisions, for example, each new generation brings worthwhile improvements for people considering to upgrade their TV. Same thing with game consoles. Each new generation is vastly improved over the prior. Now, in all fairness, game consoles are not upgraded that often, so you would expect to see a major improvement. But when it comes to the iPhone, with its high price tag for this flagship line, so that what the iPhone 10 starts around $750, and you can go all the way up to almost $1,500 on a fully loaded iPhone XS Max. There's got to be a compelling reason for people to rush out there and upgrade, and it's just not there. These incremental improvements in the CPU and in the camera, etc., it's just not enough pizzazz in order to get people to open up their wallets and spend that kind of money year in and year out. There really needs to be much more improvement in the phone. I'd almost am to the point I'd rather see Apple, wait and do it every 18 months and come out with a vastly better phone. I think they have more shot at getting people to upgrade the phones, but I understand about the competition and the annual upgrade cycle, but people are getting off of that annual upgrade bandwagon. They're just not seeing the benefit of doing so. Now, in Apple's case, in particular, a huge percentage of their profit comes from the iPhone. The sale of Mac computers and other things is almost a rounding error compared to what they're making off the iPhone. But Apple's just not giving people enough reason. As Mr. Cradell says, it's kind of like a pizza, except maybe a few different toppings every year. And I tend to agree. Now, I currently own an iPhone 8. It's working great. Did not see a reason to upgrade this time around. Maybe next year it will make sense. And then again, maybe not. I held on to my iPhone 6, I think, for like 3 years. So this is what's going on with Apple right now. It's just simply not offering enough bang for the buck compared to the massive price of these flagship phones to get people to go out and spend $1,000 plus every year. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I understand you have the iPhone XR for $750 as an entry fee. That's still a huge amount of money. But to get people to go out and buy the even more profitable 10S and the 10S Max, well, that's another thing altogether. To get somebody to spend $1,500, $14.49, I think, with just what I consider to be fairly insignificant improvements in the phone, just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And if Apple is building its future around the iPhone, which they seem to have been doing here lately, things are not going to be so rosy, especially if you own a lot of Apple stock or if you're an institutional investor, etc. Apple really does need to have something up its sleeve to show us that they can still really innovate and command the high prices that they do. And I'm sorry, these incremental upgrades just don't cut the mustard. So that's it. End of coffee break. Look forward to your thoughts down below. Bruce Naylor, Frugal Tech. Until the next one.